things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Trojans will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Purdue's offense will get the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity.
Turning it on! Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. He just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Release to the back. Got his man down the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Off play action on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So the USC Trojans offense will take the field for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today. And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and you've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names.
Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again. And
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is out of here.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, you don't see that all the time, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Boilermakers are on the move. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Moving in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Handoff to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quickly to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That brings him to within one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Fresno State ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up.
Gets it out fast.
A busy day in the Mountain West, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get him on the ground. And it'll be a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Boilermakers are marching down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Right back to the well. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. He's looking to throw. Fears the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. Stumbled to the ground. The Boilermakers racing to the line in a hurry up. To throw on third down. Makes the catch. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Boilermakers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Runs through the tackle.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Boilermakers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
To the air on second down. It's complete to the right. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got his man.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes. And the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Working that left side now. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Nice pitch and catch between the quarterback and fullback. When the defense gives up one to the fullback, it's like somebody stepped on their face with a hobnail boot and broke their nose.
Yeah, and you think fullback, you think block, you think go meet him at the point of attack and hit him. And then all of a sudden he slips by you, a little deception, nice little play action to give him the throw and give him the first down.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pressure coming. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Touchdown, USC! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll ride the hot hand. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He uncorks one deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense, chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Going to swing it on second down. They're working that left side. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
The Boilermakers will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Trojans. They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Here's the handoff. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back.
Touchdown, Purdue! Fitted in the window for the score.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up, first drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Gives it on the option. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it and fires to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play.
Makes a grab past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Handoff from the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Oh, better look out! He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, well, he is hard to bring down.
Rides the back on the option, the give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Going to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Defense looks like they're coming. Trying play action. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll stop him short on 3rd down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And this one to put them on top, and it is getting late. Splits the uprights. Good. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Got the back over the middle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Defense not showing press coverage. Zings it complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.